Yeah. Joe TV 13. 13 love, 13 wisdom, 13 knowledge, 13 respect. I'm over here in the room, y'all. Thought I'd just come to you real quick. Oh, I want to show y'all something. So I always talk about getting this business name and creating yourself and not using the government entity that they created and they own. Because if you didn't make it, you can't own it. So check this out. I don't know if you guys know, I have a national ID. See the name there? See my national ID? That says Joey Elamore Bay, right? So I created myself. So I have an ID for myself. So now I went down to the town and I got me a business name called Joey Elamore Bay. So now anytime I get mail in that name. See what I mean? See? And now this is something I created. You know what I'm saying? This is from me. Now when you do this, the beautiful thing about it is it's not encumbered with the birth certificate. So you not have an obligation to take down the national debt of the United States. You can actually discharge your debts. Now nobody has to confuse me with the Joseph Michael government name. Now I have something to distinguish myself from the government ID that they gave me. Because on your IDs, on your social security card, on your bank cards, they tell you it could be confiscated upon request and it does not belong to you. So when you're dealing with that, you know this is all their stuff. So give them back their shit. Give what's to Caesar and give what's God to God. My allegiance is first to the Most Highs and myself. So if you look at back in the days, the Native American Indians, they used to have their families and their tribes or whatever they do. And they would send them out in the forest at a young age, send them out in the wild. And just let him go there for like a week and let him go find himself who he was. And he'll come back a totally different person. I am such and such. My name is Barefoot Claw Tiger Man, whatever. But they invented themselves and they came up with something for themselves. And that's what you have to do. You can't let nobody tell you who you are. You have to tell them who you are. And if you don't have anything to distinguish yourself on the record or on file, that you're not that birth certificate name or that you're not that corporate entity that you're actually living, then they're going to treat you like you're an actual business. They're not going to treat you as your human. What I said? On my other ID, check it out. My other ID, look what the race is. The race on my ID says human. You don't see black. You don't see white. You don't see Mexican. You don't see Hispanic. None of that. My blood cleat race is human. Okay? My national domicile, where I live, is North America. You see that? This ID don't expire. Why is that? Because I don't expire. Nothing changed. I do expire. The body will expire. But this is never going to change. You smell me? It's never going to change. You guys got to keep getting renewed IDs, different IDs. Every year or something has to change with your ID. See that? Now, when you start doing business in your spiritual name or in the name that you created, you have rights to it. So now you're like a CEO of that corporation. And what happens is now the government become your fiduciaries. They have to work for you. Because once you incorporate a business, the government does own it, but you are the CEO, makes you the controller of it. Does that make sense a little bit? I'm trying to not give it to you guys. I want you guys to like try to get it, but I'm trying to give it to you. You know what I'm trying to say? This is not something you just tell somebody. You have an estate already made for you that you can access, but you have to know how. You have to learn contracts. You have a right to contract with anyone or anything. That's your right. So why don't you create something and contract with it? If y'all can catch what I just said, your whole life should be changed and your jaw should drop. Oh man. But yeah, I just wanted to come to you guys on creating yourself, branding yourself, becoming your own, distinguishing yourself from anything else so people can recognize that you are an actual person. For a business can't create a business or own a business. It can only operate it. But the owner has to be somebody human and living. So since your social security number is tied to you, they can't tell the difference. Until you open up a business of your own, then they realize, oh, wait, this is somebody human running this business. You get it now? They look at you as a corporation because you have a birth certificate and you have a social security number that you answer to every time they call that name. Hold up, Joe's doing too much. But yeah, they have a birth certificate that answer to for that name. You guys got to reinvent yourself. And you have to create your own. And once you do that, it's called freedom. I know it's a lot to take in, but you guys need to study. There's a lot of different stuff you need to study and learn. Taxes, commerce, UCC codes, all this. They ain't hiding nothing from you. They don't hide nothing from y'all. It's just they know the best place to hide things are in books because people don't read. Anyway, y'all, I just thought to come through, drop y'all this morning. Let me check, see if I got any mail anyways. Come to y'all this afternoon in the morning. I'm about to head to work anyway. Yeah, 13 love to y'all, man. Study. Show yourself approved. The only thing you could take from this is knowledge. That's the only thing I can ever give you or anything. I can't give you anything else. The only thing I can give you is try to give you inspiration, which comes from inspiration. It comes from inside. So the only way you're going to get this wisdom is if you study. And you have to show yourself approved. I could tell you a million things in a book and there are a million things what you can and cannot do. If you don't go do it for yourself, what's the point of it? Learn to fish. Stop feeding people. 13.